Hello and welcome to this session of The Ladder, a love letter to my sisters in the pew. This is a series of 18 teaching sessions that I'm doing on YouTube. They're for anybody who self-identifies with this topic, but mostly written to my sisters in the pew. I didn't feel like that message was out there when I was in an abusive marriage, and more importantly, I didn't realize that God didn't want me to just tolerate it. And maybe you read my story and think, I can't imagine why she didn't know that God didn't want her to tolerate it. But yeah, I just thought marriage was for life, and I didn't think there was any other options. So that's what this book's about. It is also called The Ladder, a love letter to my sisters in the pew. It is available on Amazon for $9.99 and on Kindle form for 99 cents. I'm trying to make it as accessible as possible. If you're not able to do the book, I hope you're able to join along on these sessions. So this topic, this session is called Life with an Abuser is Lonely. It might seem like a strange topic, but it is one that I felt like was important to cover because I do feel like there's some thought that, well, marriage is not supposed to be fun, and God's going to use those things, and you just need to stay put, and maybe that's so. I'm not here to say otherwise, but I do think that there's some super negative things about being married with an abusive husband. I certainly think if children are involved in the home, that is not a healthy environment for them as well. And I also think God cares. I think God cares about our home, and God cares about our heart, and He listens. And so, yeah, that's why I'm doing this session today. So I'm going to start with page 15. This is a section which I know I've read before, but I'm going to just touch on it again. It's an entry from my journal. It says, I want to be cherished. I don't even know how to tell him this. I don't even know exactly what I want, but I feel the lack of it like an empty hole inside of me. So I'm just going to stop there. I just know that I was married for 9.5 years, and I was, lonely is not even the right word. I remember thinking, he says he loves me, but I just want to be cherished. And it was a very lonely existence. And if that's where you're at, I just want you to know I hear you and I believe you. And I think that this is very normal in these kind of relationships with an abusive husband or ill-willed or whatever the term you want to call. It's unfortunately normal. Page 45. This is just some examples of some things that are seen in these marriages, and I think these are part of the reasons why they're lonely. This is called discounting. Oh, actually starts on 44. 44, in case you're following along. This is a 4. Discounting. This is when a husband denies she has a reason to feel he is mistreating her. He uses comments to twist her perceptions and discount her feelings. Examples of this would be, you're too sensitive, you take everything wrong, you're always starting an argument, you always take their side, or you're never satisfied. So I'm just going over some things that are found in homes like this that add to making it a lonely place. The next one is called jokes. Verbal insults can also be camouflaged as jokes, but if she complains or says he's hurting her feelings, she's told, lighten up, or can't you take a joke? Blocking statements are Blocking statements use sharp words to end the discussion. Examples of this include, did anyone ask you? Will you get off my back? You're not smart enough to understand. You need to drop it. They can also be as simple as stop, or an open palm, hand in the air. Statements like this usually work because the wife is so hurt she will shut down, and he in turn doesn't have to continue to talk to her. And then silent treatment. Ignoring or not answering questions is another type of abuse. This can present as sulking, refusing to respond, or listen. And this is from Darby Strickland's book. And she says, and this can go on for hours or even days. So her quote is, sulking, refusing to respond or listen. And then page 30. And this is a quote from Miller. I'll look it up real quick. I think Miller is, well, I'm just going to look it up. Miller is from No Visible Wounds, Identifying Non-Physical Abuse of Women by Their Men, by Mary Susan Miller, which is a very good book. But I liked this quote because it really addresses, again, the loneliness, which I think sometimes we just brush over, but I just feel like it's an important topic to cover. Living with an abusive husband is an empty, lonely existence. One woman described it as, I never had a heart-to-heart talk with him, not over coffee in the morning or dinners at night or in bed, not about anything we felt, like love or fear or sex or hopes or difficulties or hurts or beauty. I tried for years, pouring out my heart and my thoughts, inviting him with no response but sullen silence. You act so adolescent, he kept saying to me, so I gave up. Our conversations, when he agreed to communicate at all, focused on business, and I lived alone with my feelings. So that's it for today. I just really wanted to stop and acknowledge the lonely existence. I just do think that God cares about our loneliness and wants better. So that's it for today. Bye for now.